What if I told you that the fear holding you back right now could disappear in just a few seconds? 5 simple hacks, 5 small shifts, 1 massive change. This is the story of how a single conversation turned my fear into power, and how these 5 hacks can do the same for you. It happened years ago, on a day I wish I could forget, but I'm grateful I never did. I was standing backstage, shaking. My palms were sweaty, my heart racing, and every thought in my mind was screaming, "Run, hide, you can't do this." I wasn't facing a tiger or an accident, just a crowd of people waiting to hear me speak. Fear doesn't need danger. It only needs a moment of doubt. As I stood frozen, ready to give up, an old mentor of mine walked in. He looked at me once and said, "Ah, fear. Good. You're ready. Ready?" I could barely breathe. He smiled gently and said, "Let me teach you 5 simple hacks. Use them now, and fear will lose its power instantly." And right there, backstage, my transformation began. Hack it, name it too. Tame it. My mentor held my shoulders and said, "Tell me exactly what you're afraid of." I stuttered, but I answered, "I'm afraid I'll mess up. I'm afraid people will judge me. I'm afraid I'm not good enough." He nodded slowly. Then he said the line that changed everything. "When fear stays inside your mind, it controls you. But the moment you speak it, it becomes something you can manage." So I took a deep breath and said my fear out loud again. And for the first time, it felt smaller. He whispered, "Name it, and you tame it." "Hacky, breathe like you mean it." My mentor then placed his hand near my chest and said, "Do you hear that? Your heart isn't racing because you're weak. It's racing because your body thinks it must protect you." Then he demonstrated a simple breathing trick. Breathe in for 4 seconds, hold for 2, exhale for 6. I followed. He said, "When your exhale is longer than your inhale, your brain shuts off panic mode instantly." And he was right. My heartbeat slowed. My hands stopped shaking. My mind cleared. Fear had less room to shout. Hack 3, shift the spotlight. I whispered nervously, "What if the audience doesn't like me?" My mentor laughed softly. "You're still thinking about yourself. Shift the spotlight." "What do you mean?" "Stop asking, 'Will they like me?' Start asking, 'How can I help them?'" He explained, "Fear grows when you focus on yourself. Purpose grows when you focus on others. Purpose always wins." For the first time, I looked at the audience differently. Not as judges, but as people who might be inspired if I dared to speak. My fear cracked just a little. Hack 3. Use the 3-second rule. The mentor held up 3 fingers. Whenever fear freezes you, give yourself 3 seconds to act. He counted with me. 1, 2, 3. "Fear cannot survive action," he said. "Move before your mind talks you out of it." Suddenly, stepping forward felt possible. Not easy, just possible. And sometimes, possible is all you need. Hack 5. Speak to fear like a friend. My mentor leaned close and whispered, "You're treating fear like an enemy. Stop doing that." I frowned. "What do you mean?" "Fear is not here to destroy you. It is here to prepare you. Fear says, 'Pay attention.' Fear says, 'You care.' Fear says, 'This matters.'" He placed a hand on my shoulder. "So don't fight fear. Talk to it. Say, 'Thank you for protecting me, but I decide what happens next.'" I repeated the words silently, and to my surprise, something shifted not outside me, but inside. Fear didn't disappear. It simply stepped aside. With all 5 hacks in my pocket, I walked toward the stage, not fearlessly, but powerfully. I named the fear. I breathed with intention. I shifted the spotlight. I used the 3-second rule. And I spoke to fear like a friend. And when I stepped onto the stage, I didn't run. I didn't shake. I spoke. Not perfectly, but with a courage I didn't know I had. And when I finished, the applause wasn't what changed me. What changed me was realizing I had finally done something fear never wanted me to do. I moved anyway. Fear doesn't disappear when you wait. It disappears when you walk forward anyway. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is choosing action, even when fear whispers don't. Before you go, let me ask you one thing. Which fear would you face if you knew you could crush it in just 3 seconds? Share it in the comments. Your choice might inspire someone today. And if this story helped you feel stronger, don't forget to subscribe to Tales Beyond Theory for more stories that turn everyday life into lessons of courage, hope, and transformation.